Hello, everybody, and welcome back Inside the Headset Wednesday night edition. It's Week 7, Game 7, and I got on the phone with me a very frustrated Coach Thomas McDaniel. As I call him, and he asked me, I asked him, what are we talking about? Because we don't have a game or whatever. But Coach, how are you? How are you Wednesday night?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just got through having tacos with my family and watching my two girls reenact Thriller, which they've just discovered. And so they're trying to learn the dance without watching the video because they're scared of it. So life is good, man.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Sounds like an interesting night out at your place in Memphis. So kind of take us through it. You were, where are you since I talked to you last Wednesday? So kind of what have you been doing since last Wednesday, since the COVID? Where are you at?
Since last Wednesday, I put down new pine straw in my flower beds. I updated some lighting in my kitchen. I repainted my kitchen cabinets and patched up a couple spots of drywall in a few places. So home improvement wise, I'm doing great. But, as I told you, the situation with our players and me not being able to be with them, I've done the best I can to communicate with them daily and via text and email and meetings and things of that nature. But I had a couple dads that have done a great job of helping organize some voluntary workouts for some guys, and we're just kind of sitting and waiting. So right now it looks like we'll start back Monday, and hopefully the guys have been taking care of their business. I'm pretty sure they have been, but just a bad situation. We were coming off a great win, had some really good momentum, and leading into a bye week before Briarcrest, and now here we are 3 days removed from playing Briarcrest, and it's not going to happen. So again, just the cards we're dealt during this time of year, and something we have to deal with.
Is the Briarcrest game anything to be salvageable out of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have rescheduled it, and you will play, I guess, the first week of playoffs, I guess, what you planned?
Correct. Yeah, so we'll play Briarcrest on November the 6th, which is the Friday after the end of the regular season for Division I. So, again, I know that, the majority of schools are in Division I, and so that's kind of the way the calendar – everybody in their mind, the calendar works off that schedule, but for us, ours is a little different. So we have that extra week, and I think it initially began with, I don't know if it was an NBA game or an Innsworth game. I can't remember who it was that eventually asked the TLSA to allow them to play on the November 6th date, but that, kind of opened it up for everybody because that was a bye week, and that just worked out naturally for us in Briarcrest. So hopefully we get to that point and we get to play that game, somewhere down the line.
So will this leave you with 4 games left if you can come back Monday, or are you on fall break Monday?
Yeah. So we are on fall break Thursday and Friday. So we have next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we have school, and then we're on fall break Thursday, Friday. So
that's the week of the 7th.
We
so
will
that'll
not
be the
play
7th.
This Friday.
Right.
This next Friday.
Right. That'll be the 7th, 8th. Right. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. What is that? Is that right? Is that the 8th?
Well, let me look, Coach, and I'll run you
7th,
through.
8th. No, it's the 9th.
It's the yeah.
And so we will not play on that date, but the following Friday, October 16th, we'll play SBA. So, yeah, like I told you last week, we played JP2. We were off the next week, which we knew because we didn't have a game. We were supposed to play Briarcrest this Friday, fall break next week, and then SBA. So I thought it was going to be JP2 break, Briarcrest break, SBA, but instead this is what we've got. So, again, we've gotten 5 games in. We're a lot luckier than some people. We're fortunate to be where we are, and we just got to look at it as another obstacle.
So looking at the calendar, you're going to play the 16th, the 23rd, the 30th, and the 6th. You're going to play?
Well, no, not really.
Okay.
We're going to play the 16th, the 30th, and the 6th.
Okay, so
at this particular time, we don't have a game on the 23rd. That was another Memphis City school
that
we had scheduled, and we haven't filled that. I don't. We haven't even gotten to the point of discussing that. That's tough because typically, teams will work off the fall break and go down to 10 and start going up.
Yeah.
And so those games are at the end of the year really hard to find. And what worst case scenario right now is we'll play the 16th, the 30th, and the 6th.
Is it out of the question? Would you play? I mean, if a Rutherford County team was open and they wasn't bad people, would you end up playing them?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that I think ultimately it would be the decision of the school, but I want to play.
Okay. So I mean, you're not playing Tom Krager safety, and we're going to worry about the playoffs. You would just rather just say,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean,
I'm not trying to be mean.
But that's not really in my mind, but I get that point though.
Okay. I mean, I just don't know coaching strategy, and I'm just having a conversation with you. I mean, you got a shot, and you fear you could get.
I don't know, man. I mean, just talking.
And
to
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, just me and you.
I don't. I look at it both ways. This kind of started all the way back in the summer, where I think. I know I had some conversations with certain people within our league where we thought about doing kind of an SEC thing where we just played league games.
Yeah.
And then I think once the season started and some people went that route and somebody like us didn't, I think other teams are looking at it going, well, crap, they're playing and we're not. This sucks.
Right.
And so it's just like, I mean, it's no different than, like, for example, the Brentwood-Oakland game that's going to get played this week, due to unforeseen circumstances. I think Crawford would tell you, at the end of the day, they're in a position where they just want to play a game because they haven't gotten to play.
So, hey, where is that game? Is that at Brentwood?
It's at Brentwood.
Okay, so Kevin's going to go over to Brent. Oh, I didn't know about that. So he's going to play at Brentwood?
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost positive that got announced this afternoon.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, that's where Tom Krager will go. He'll go over there. I know what he'll do. But go ahead.
It's just you have to balance of how much. I guess to answer your question, if we get to play SBA and we're healthy, if it's the right opportunity for us, would we play on the 23rd possibly? But at the same time, hey, if we play October 16th and we have a chance the next week to really contend for the region championship with NBA, then there's also the likelihood that I would say, hey, let's get a week to rest, get ready for NBA, and go try to win the region. So right now, I mean, again, we have to get through SBA first, but we're in a position where we kind of hold, our fate in our hands. So I think it's yet to be determined. I would also say, though, with that, Stork, if you were to tell me at the beginning of the year that, hey, you're going to get to play 8 games and go to the playoffs, I would have said, hell yeah.
Okay, but
so,
do the players have a vote? I mean, does the team have a vote? I mean, will you say to them, guys, what do you want to do? I mean, it's your season. I mean, you can't be selfish.
I think they have to have a voice in that. Again, at the end of the day, it's not going to be my decision or theirs. It's going to be a school. I mean, the school may say, hey, you can't go to X, Y, or Z. But I think they would have to have a little bit of voice in that. I mean, it's no different than let's say, I'll give you a perfect example. Bartlett. We were scheduled to play. Who were we scheduled to play? Oh, we were scheduled to play White Station the week that we played Bartlett. Well, had we not scheduled Bartlett and we'd have kept that date open, it was unbeknownst to me, and this is the God's honest truth, that if we hadn't scheduled Bartlett, that would have been a W for me. I mean, because White Station couldn't play.
Right.
It would have been a W in our book, okay? So if you're thinking of, like, truly just overall record and seeding for the playoffs and all that stuff, then it would have been smarter for us not to play. But as I told our kids this summer, when we had the opportunity to play Houston and Bartlett, and we could have done the same thing when we played FACS in week 2. But anyway, my point is, I want to play. The kids want to play.
It's your high school. Yeah, I mean, you got. I mean, I know it's strategy and certain things, but at the same time, you talk to Coach Rankin. What's he's going to say? I want to keep my momentum. I'd rather just keep playing and see what happens. I'm better off if they play every Friday night, Stork. I'm better off. You talk to any coach that's got several rings in their chest, they'll tell you every time, I want to play every Friday night, get in a routine. Yeah, it's great to break, but sometimes, how many times have you been on a roll and the fall break comes and you're like, man,
we're fixing to do that for a 4-week gap.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and as you're saying that, it just hit me. Technically, last Friday we were supposed to play Central, and they can't play, so that's a W for us. And I mean, that's fine. That pads my record or whatever, but I don't give a crap about that.
Yeah, that doesn't make you a better man if I just go over here and write Coach McDaniel won because the other team can't come because they're too sick and they won't allow them to come, and you get it, and so it's not really a win. It's not a win. It's not a win.
All that stuff is numbers, and that's for more people to worry about than me, and get on Coach T and say what they need to say. But if you're really doing what's best for the kids, you just want to give them opportunities to play. But I say all that. I think if you'd have polled the kids before the season and say you're going to get to play 8 games and go to the playoffs, well, you take that. They would have took it in a heartbeat. So we're still in a good position. We got to play 5 games. I feel like we're going to be able to rally this thing and get back on a roll. But ultimately, for me, it's just about being back out there with them at practice and letting them do what they want to do, and we still have all that in front of us. I'm
just so glad. Yeah, Monday will be a good day just to get back out and let the kids be kids. Coach,
no doubt.
I do want to get over and us film an episode of Home Improvement with you because I think that would be sensational. I mean, because I'm sure, and I want to do it unedited because we can put one.
Not to say you'd have to do it edited.
No. I mean, that's what I want. I want the real. I mean, we put it in a private room or something. Just share it with our friends. You know, I'm
no,
sure.
You would have to. There would have to be a warning on that thing. But it is so crazy. I was telling somebody today. I mean, you just don't ever when you're, especially this time of year. It's never this way with football, but you never get to live the life of just a normal quote-unquote school teacher. And being a school teacher is challenging enough as it is, especially right now. But, man, to leave school at 3:30 and pick my kids up and watch them play in the front yard and cook tacos, and it's just weird.
Well, and, the worst part about it is you're getting ready to go to, October is some of it. A lot of people tell you that's their favorite month as the leaves begin to change and everything. So we got a lot of good days. The next, you know what though? I saw in the news, and I'll close with this: we're going to lose a minute every day till October 30th. We're going to lose daylight. We will lose one minute of daylight between now and Halloween.
Well, that's not good. But we are. And I don't know if y'all are getting it in Middle Tennessee, but we're having fall weather. Last year, it seemed like it went from summer straight to winter.
Yes.
And for us to have some fall weather is really nice. So there's always things to look at and be excited about because after last night, I guess for our country, there's not a whole lot to be fired up about.
I hear you, Coach. What a disaster, Coach.
We should be better. We should be better as a country. That's on both sides, but that's me ranting right now. We're better. We deserve better, and we got too many good things in our country. It's just that's the best we can do.
Yeah, and you know what? As long as they don't affect us when we go out on Friday night, at the end of the day, I just got to manage what's in front of me. That's what I can control.
No doubt.
Coach, be careful, and we will talk soon.
All right, Stuart. Appreciate you, brother.
Love you. See you. Bye.